Alright, we are starting with Float My Boat, this worksheet here. And the first thing I need you to do is, on the bottom of this page, there's a little table, and it asks for the x-coordinate and the y-coordinate of all of these points right here. So use the boat up here in the graph, and let's write down the points that we have for each of these points. The coordinates, excuse me, for each of these points. So where is point A? 0, 3. Excellent. Now, is that how we normally write coordinate points? Is that how we normally write them? No, we usually write 0, 3. Okay, so is everybody okay just separating them like this? Okay, what about coordinate point B? Where is that? 3, 3. And where is C? 3, 5. Excellent. And where is D? 3, 8. And E? 5, 5. And where is F? 6, 3. And where is G? 3, 1. Okay? Now, we may or may not need to refer back to this. It depends on how good we are at the next page. Okay? So let's look at problem number 1. Our directions say, trace the axes and figure on the patty paper. Perform each of the transformations in the table by moving the patty paper. Record the new x and y coordinates in the table below and describe in words and symbols the patterns you observe in the coordinates. Okay? So the first thing I need to do is put my patty paper on. Doesn't matter where, it doesn't have to be in any particular corner. Just get it on there somewhere. And I want to copy my axes. And then I want to copy my points. And when I put my point, I definitely want to label what point that is. Okay? Okay, so that's B. That's C, that's D, that's E, F, and G. Okay, you got yours? Almost? Okay. So the directions in problem A are here, and they say translate the boat 2 units down. Well, if here's my original boat, where's 2 units down? Everything moves 2 units down, right? So 1 unit, 2 units. Does that make sense? Now, what is it asking for right here? It says image point, but that doesn't just say A. What does that say? Have you ever seen that before? It's called A prime, right? When we translate something, when we shift something, the new image, we still want to call it A because it's the same corresponding point, but we can't just call it A because there's already one called A, so we're going to call it A prime. Okay? So A prime is at where? 0, 1. And where is B prime? 3, 1. What about C prime? Very good. 3, 3. And D prime? 3, 6. Okay, I'll go with that. Oops. 3, 6. E prime? 5, 3. F prime? 6, 1. Very good. And G prime. 3, -1. Okay? Now, we're going to compare this to the table we just made on the front. Okay? The boat is in exactly the same place to start with, right? So let's compare it to the boat on the front, to the table. How do the x-coordinates change? They didn't. Are you sure? Yes. So there was no change. Okay? So what was this coordinate before? It was an x, right? That's what goes in that column. So if it was an x before and there was no change, what is it now? It's still an x. Very good. Okay? Now look at the y coordinates. This is the starting y coordinates. This is what they are now. How did they change? That's not how they changed. How did they change? What was this one right here? A 3. Now it is a 1. What was it before? A 3. Now it's a 1. So how did it change? Decreased by 2. Can we say subtracted or subtract 2? To get from the first one to the second one, we had to subtract 2. So what was that coordinate before? It was a y. What is it now? What did we do to it? It would be y minus 2. We subtracted 2, right? Okay, does that make sense? So look at B. It's the same boat, right? Put yours on there just to make sure, and sure enough, it's the same boat. These directions say translate the boat 3 units left. 1, 2, 3 units left. If we translate the boat 3 units left, where's my new A? Negative 3, 3. Very good. Where's my new B? 0, 3. Where's my new C? 0, 5. Very good. Where's my new D? 0, 8. Excellent. Where's my new E? 2, 5. And my new F? 3, 3. And my new G? 0, 1. Okay. So, how did the coordinates change? How did the x-coordinates change? Subtracted by 3, did they? All of them? So to get to the first one to the second, we had to subtract 3. So what was this coordinate before? X, what is it now? X minus 3. Very good. How did the y coordinates change? No change. Excellent. What was it before? What is it now? It was a y, and now it's a y. Okay? So do you see the pattern that I need you to do on these? Okay? So we have a C, a D, an E, and an F. Okay? C, D, E, and F is what you have to have done for homework. Look at the very back page, please. Oh, also notice on C and D, it says try it without a grid. Okay? If you need a grid, just go down here. Try it with this one. I would prefer you try it without a grid like it asks. However, if you do need to try it with the grid, use this grid right here. It's the same boat, same size, and everything, okay? Look at the back on number 4. Number 4 says recreate the boat on your calculator. So here's the big deal about this problem right here, okay? This is actually an extra credit problem for you for tonight. Well, how many of you have these calculators at home? Nobody in here, right? I know some people in my other classes do, but I don't know if anybody in here does. You have one? Yeah, these kind, okay? These screenshots right here tell you how to recreate the boat with the old calculator. Well, that's not really hard, and that would be for credit, right? For regular credit. But the reason this is extra credit is because we'll have to use the new calculators, and these are not the right screenshots for you to go by. So you're going to have to figure it out, right? You might use the same idea, the same plan here. However, like I said, these screenshots are not for the calculators we're using now, and so you'll have to experiment a little bit more, and you'll have to put some more effort forth, which is why I'm giving you extra credit for it. Okay? Any questions? Well, but you've got to do this before you leave if you're going to do it, because, like I said, you don't have a calculator at home. Any questions? So what are you doing for credit for tonight? C, D, E, and F. These are what I'm checking when you get to class tomorrow. What's extra? Number 4. All right. Any questions?